Righto gang, we're back. A few COVID issues had to be dealt with, a few weather issues, that sort of gear. It's taking a bit longer to get this one out than I'd hoped. But nonetheless, we're going to try and do it. Hopefully, we'll get it done before it starts raining today. That's the plan. Been asked a few times to do this one. This goes alongside the water wire run mobile. And I'll post a link to that one. Put a card up, or I don't know, whatever it is you do on YouTube. So, I get asked what antennas do I run. Probably changed them a little bit since I posted a photo recently. As those that know the car will notice. So at the front here, I've got two CD34s. They're a 4dB UHF CB antenna. That's these little ones. And they're on a Benelec mount. All this I'll post links of. And also the CD, I think it's the CD70. Sounds about right. CD70, 148 to 470. These are a dual band antenna, and they're becoming more and more popular. So that's these ones here. And again, those mounts, I've been asked about them a few times. They're a custom thing that we found online somewhere. I'll see if I can find the link and I'll post it. It's not something that I've got available. So that's pretty much what I run. So I run a dual band, those CD70s, the dual band antenna. I run them on 270 on the scanner, and on my CS800 DMR, which is also dual band, and they cover the amateur bands and the scanning bands and all that sort of stuff beautifully. They do a fantastic job. If I cross over into VHF only territory or something like that, I can swap it out for a CD29 or another CD34 or whatever the case may be. But generally, most of the time, I'll leave them here. So that one over that side at the front, the CD70. Pretty sure that's the model number. I'll have to double check. But anyway, CD70. That's running the 270, like I said. CD34 up the top here is running a UHF CB. This one here is running the CS800 DMR radio. And the reason I put it on there is because, well, it's a dual band, so I've got the privilege of running both. Of course, the UHF there for whatever, and the VHF just in case. There's a few VHF DMR devices coming online, so hopefully as future goes, we'll get a few more. But that's there, bit of future proofing if you like. And this one here is for the scanner, which is the 536 PT. Between that and the 536 PT, there's not much I can't hear in my area. So CFA, SES, LSV, analog, what have you. So if you want a good low profile UHF VHF antenna, VHF UHF antenna, that's right. That's probably the go. And again, another CD34 for another UHF CB. So that's at the front. Up here, an AP 4G, 5G, I don't know. They're a UHF CB glass mounted antenna. And the Strike mobile phone antenna. Trying to give you a shot without showing the background. Hidden in a car park down the back of town here, out of the way. So I don't get people worried about what I'm doing. So this one here, that's the UHF, and that's the mobile phone. And I've got another one of those exact same antennas on the back here. Yes, you asked me, I can tell you're already going to ask me why I've got those two antennas there when I've got CD34s there. Well, I originally only ran the glass mounts for UHF CB and commercial UHF receive and commercial UHF, of course. But I've since found that while these glass mount antennas work good for close range, and I'm talking car to car, a couple of k's down the road, whatever. If you're trying to do something that's a little bit distant with them, across the other side of town per se, yeah, they're not much chop. Like I said, they've got their use, and if you're on a network, so if you're on a trunking network or a repeater network or something like that, they're fine, they're perfect, and they're good for that. So if you've got a good repeater somewhere close by on UHF-CB, they probably work very efficiently, or a commercial radio network with a decent repeater, they probably work very efficiently. But for simplex UHF-CB stuff and low power commercial stuff, they're not really much good. But I don't want to take them off because I've marked the windows and all that sort of fun stuff, so I don't want to take them off. So I've just left them there. So if I can get back here without getting a reflection of me in here, probably will. Anyway, so yeah, so I run them. They were for UHF-CB use, and like I said, they work well on the freeway, that sort of gear. But yeah, anything else, they're not much good. Good antenna, but for the right use, like everything. And then, oh, excuse me, a few flies and stuff out here, didn't I? Or today, rather. Ugh. And of course, on here was a GME, and as you can see, that's starting to show some signs of wear. I actually put that on there for a test, just to see how it performed. I ran it on the last car that I had, and I just wanted to see the difference between it and the RFI. Now, they've been there both at the same time. You can see the difference. Have a look at that. Oops, the camera focuses. Look at the rust. So, like I said, they're the same age as the RFI. If I go around to the RFI, you'll see the RFI. If I got a bit of stuff out and cleaned it, see, light brand new. But oh, there you go. Get a reflection of how about that? But the GME, not so much. Again, I'll go back around, you can see. So, now I just leave you this here because, well, you know, OCD kicks in, I've got to have it even. And looking even. Looks a bit weird having an antenna on one side, not the other. So, once again, that one there, that's a CD70 dual band. That's a CD34. These are the Benelec mounts. Now, there's an RFI one that they call something along the lines of the 004 or 04 or something like that, or 400, something along those lines. Now, they're pretty much, from what I can tell, and I'm going to get one and have a look, but from what I can tell, they're pretty much the same as these. These are a darn sight cheaper. They're pretty rugged and resilient. I used to be able to get I used to do the Nagoya equivalent of these, which was the RB400, and a lot of people use them and found them quite good, but unfortunately I don't anymore at this stage. I might see if I can find a few odd ones just lying around, and we'll put them in and see if they go, but anyway, at the moment I don't, so it's either the Benelec, and I think these are 39, I think 39 bucks. These are 60 with a cable kit for memory, something like that. These are pretty pricey. These are 160 or 180, something like that, the cable kit. Anyway, like I said, I'll post the links and what have you. And same again on this side. So CD70 here. As you can see, they're pretty good. So, they're yeah. These are the same. So if you got these on the front of a bull bar or something like that, they'd be really good for in the bush, because taking into account your dB and what you require and all that sort of gear at the same time. But yeah, in terms of belting into trees and stuff, as you can see, they're you know, I'm giving it to that. And yeah, as you can see, there's not much yeah, they're good, and same as this. So same again, Benelec mounts. I love those Benelec mounts. I recommend them for pretty much everything now. Yeah. With these new model cars, if you try and put a Z bracket on them or an L bracket or something like that, it just doesn't work. I actually put these two further down here on an L mount or a Z bracket last week or the week before, and well, it didn't look too good. And not only that, it didn't work too good either. So yeah, I wasn't overly thrilled with it. So but they perform very well on those antennas, on those mounts, very well. There's not much on the within reason, of course, not much on the UHF that I can't get and can't hear. Commercial services, I can hear all the low power commercial services around me on the receive, and I have no issues. And I have no issues talking to users on the UHF locally to me. I've spent a little bit of time running around, attending different appointments and stuff this week, and doctors and what have you, and spoken to a few truck drivers and stuff while I've been out, and every time it's been faultless. So if you need a good resilient UHF antenna, that's probably you go. I do think every now and then about trying a CD63, but I'll leave that there for the moment. Like I said, this one here, if I go into a VHF only area, so if I go up into country Victoria or something where there's VHF only, I can take that off and I can swap that out for a CD29, which I've got handy, and I can have VHF only, so I don't need the UHF. The only reason the UHF's there, of course, is because in Melbourne or surrounding, we have UHF services on the MMR still, so the SES and FRV, Metros, all that sort of caper. So that's why that's like that, and like I said, that performs faultlessly. I cannot complain with it. It is a top-notch mix. If you want to listen to your local services, obviously conditions apply. So I mean, if you're running around in the bottom of valleys or something, I can't promise it, but general day-to-day stuff. To give you an indication, I travel between Rosebud and Springvale most of the time, and I don't have any issue. So that's up and down the Penlink and whatever else. So yeah, you want a good mix for your car, for listening. One of these and a 536, or even one of them connected to a 436. Same idea. So there you have it. That's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. To answer the question why there's a mobile phone antenna there, well, I used to run a TM7 PTT over cellular radio in there, and for that I had the mobile phone antenna on there. And again, I don't want to take it off because it'll mark the window, so I've just left it, and it gives it that look, let's be honest. I don't know, I'm trying to think of other questions I'm going to get asked before I shut the video down. Like I said, any questions, ask away, I'll try and answer them. There's a Q&A video planned soon with a range of questions that I've been asked over the last month or so while I've been doing this. So if you've got a question, put it down below. I plan to do a few more videos, but yeah, stay tuned, like, subscribe, share it around, etc, etc. There you go, see you later.